Karaoke machines were independently invented at least 3 times in the late 60s and early 70s in Japan. But Daisuke Inoue here is held as the father of modern karaoke, and he's largely responsible for its ascent to global popularity with a $10 billion world market. Even before karaoke machines existed, the word karaoke had already been in use. It's a kind of portmanteau that means empty orchestra. The story goes that in the 50s, the pit orchestra of a Japanese theater troupe went on strike. And instead of meeting their demands, the theater company replaced them with a sound system. An executive from the electronics company who supplied the system came by to see the performance and made a remark about how the music was playing but the orchestra was empty, and that led to its coinage. So as a young man, Daisuke Inoue was a touring musician and spent a decade on the road with his band. But it didn't work out and he got disenchanted with the life and he moved back in with his parents in Kobe. Characteristically self-deprecating, he said, "One night I realized that no matter how much I practiced, I could never be as good as someone with God-given talent." There was a popular pastime there at bars and clubs where people would do sing-alongs with live music. And Daisuke, who couldn't read music, learned some 300 popular songs so he could play an accompaniment with the patrons. One day, the president of a small steel company business guy asked him to come along with him on a business trip to play music for him and his clients. But Inoue was already booked, so instead he recorded some stuff on a reel-to-reel and gave it to the steelmonger guy. Apparently it was a big hit and the guy came back needing more recordings, and that's when Daisuke had a big idea. After some workshopping with a friend at a local electronics shop, they came up with this machine here called the Juke 8. They made 11 of the machines, which consisted of a microphone, an amplifier, an 8-track player, and a coin box. 100 yen would get you 5 minutes time, so you could sing about a song and a half for 35 cents in 70s money. He leased the 11 machines to 11 clubs, and when he came back after the first week, not a single one of them had been put to use. So he hired a pretty woman to go around to the bars and sing some bars on the Juke 8. It really didn't take much time after that for his Juke 8 machines to start flying off the shelf in Kobe. Then the machines hit Tokyo hard like Godzilla. And after some years and some iterations, they were hitting cities all over the world like New York, same as Godzilla. Daisuke never patented his karaoke machines. He thought it would be onerous to go through the process and that all he really did was put 3 machines together. So when they got big, he didn't make money directly from those machines, but he still worked in the business as a distributor. He was also instrumental in getting record companies together to let their shit be housed under the same karaoke umbrella. He even invented a cockroach and rat repellent so that they would stop going into the machines and biting up the wires. So he wasn't poor or nothing, but he could have been a freaking billionaire. He believed that it wouldn't have taken off like it did if it had been patented. He wrote in an article for the online magazine The Appendix, "I may not have the original patent. Some say I would have made 80 million last year, and that wasn't a bad year. But I have good friends and family that I love, and I can't help but smile every day." And in 2004, Daisuke Inoue was awarded the Ig Nobel Peace Prize. It was awarded for, quote, inventing karaoke, thereby providing an entirely new way for people to learn to tolerate each other. He said he was a bit nervous. He had given speeches all over Japan, but had never given a speech in English. In the same article, he wrote, "The people at Harvard told me that I needed to prepare 2 speeches, an acceptance and a longer address. I was also told that if I exceeded my time limit, I would be booed off stage and paper airplanes would be thrown in my direction. Americans do silly things, I thought, but I was game." The creator of the Ig Nobel Awards, Mark Abrams, has said that he received one of the longest standing ovations ever at the Ig Nobel Award ceremonies. I just think he's the best, and I'll leave you with one more quote. "I just saw the opening of a movie called Karaoke, which is all about me. The actor who plays me is 6 feet tall. I've never been 6 feet tall before. My higher vantage has given me a whole new perspective on my life." Oh, and what's your favorite karaoke song?